Hi, my name is Jaya Alagar, and I will be talking about the LBC Materials Petal in relation to the Fort Hoosick building project. The research discussed in this video was undertaken during fall 2018 and spring 2019 in my role as the Healthy Building Materials intern for the Zilka Center. My work emphasizes the building material selection process for the Fort Hoosick dormitory, a green building that is currently being constructed in accordance with Living Building Challenge guidelines. In this presentation, I will discuss the relevance of healthy building materials and green building and certification programs. In detailing my work on the Fort Hoosick dormitory project, in collaboration with a materials consulting firm, I will conclude with the broader significance of this research. It is my hope that I will inspire others to become involved in similar initiatives across Williams and beyond. Before talking about healthy building materials, it is instructive to consider a case study involving formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a chemical compound that has a myriad of uses in construction, spanning paint, roofing, cabinets, beams, and insulation. Despite this prevalence, formaldehyde is hazardous and a known carcinogen. Formaldehyde and more than 800 other similarly toxic chemicals are defined by the International Living Future Institute as red list chemicals. Regulatory agencies have designated these compounds from 22 chemical families as toxic to ecological and human health. Apart from their more mainstream features of efficiency, waste reduction, and landscape adaptability, green buildings are being designed to reduce the amount of red list chemicals used in their construction. Certification programs ensure that green buildings are constructed with these principles in mind. One such program, abbreviated LEED, sees buildings accrue points in specific categories to reach a certain status, in doing so, acknowledging energy-saving operations and sustainable building. There are an overwhelming number of buildings that have achieved LEED certifications worldwide. A less common but more rigorous certification program is the Living Building Challenge, otherwise known as LBC. Program requirements are divided into 7 major themes, or petals, that are further subdivided into smaller goals relating to creating healthy, efficient, and environmentally friendly spaces. Buildings reach the highest certification, that of a living building, after 1 year of meeting all of the petal requirements during operations and occupancy. LBC goals have been met by Williams's class of 1966 Environmental Center, fulfilling 6 out of 7 of the petals. Other LBC certified buildings related to education include a student dormitory at Berea College, which employed a hybrid of certification programs to meet its green needs. The Fort Hoosick Building Project, meant as a dormitory for the college's graduate art history students, utilizes a similar mindset. Fort Hoosick is looking to satisfy certain LEED requirements as well as fulfill 3 LBC petals. Apart from reducing the energy usage intake about threefold from conventional dormitories, Fort Hoosick will also keep its exterior intact. Due to its architectural and historical significance, the existing facade will remain in its original state, with green building modifications occurring on Fort Hoosick's interior and beneath the ground. My research into helping Fort Hoosick satisfy LBC Materials Petal through its building materials was part of a larger process involving architects, other researchers, and construction workers. As a research intern at Integrated Eco-Strategy, a materials consulting firm in North Adams that is led by a college alumnus, I vetted Fort Hoosick's building materials and advocated for the inclusion of sustainable, chemically non-toxic ones. I would often begin this research by contacting the manufacturer and asking for safety data sheets to understand what the material was made of. These ingredients were the first pass at determining if presence or absence of red list chemicals. Beyond this, more intensive measures were also taken to attain appropriate ingredient disclosure. Given the material Petal's emphasis on employing location-specific solutions in green building design, I would also ask where the material was being manufactured and ultimately shipped from. As certain materials, notably furniture, off-gas or emit chemicals into the air during their lifespans, I would note the extent of these actions through emission testing results. Excluding those who were approved through specialized exceptions surrounding due diligence and necessity, materials comprised of red list chemicals could not be used on the project. In these cases, I would encourage manufacturers to change their practices and create materials with alternative, non-red list chemicals. This screenshot of Fort Hoosake's materials that I was assigned shows this vetting process at its different stages. The overall significance of the materials Petal lies in its ability to better human and ecological health. By reducing the amount of red list chemicals used in construction processes, safer, more sustainable environments can be created and enjoyed. Also, locally sourced materials contribute to the growth and expanse of regional economies. By reducing transport emissions in this way, the materials Petal overlaps into other areas of sustainability, highlighting its relationship to other environmental considerations. By encouraging materials manufacturers to openly provide chemical composition information for their products through advocacy efforts, market practices may shift to favor their production. Currently, healthy building materials are expensive to manufacture, but as more and more manufacturers increase transparency in their production processes, these materials can become more commonplace and affordable. As all of the materials I vetted for Fort Hoosake are part of the Red to Green Material Database, a working inventory of healthy building materials is being created to aid in this process. Lastly, awareness of what is in building materials can inspire new chemical research for safer alternatives. Stakeholders and consumers can take a grassroots approach to this work by increasing awareness about red list chemicals through advocacy campaigns. My work on healthy building materials will help Fort Hoosake achieve its status as a LBC certified building. The role I played in Fort Hoosake's overall design, construction, and operations through my materials research allowed me to understand the significance of creating not only safer, more sustainable buildings, but also a transparent and equitable materials economy. I would like to acknowledge the Zilka Center staff for guiding my thinking throughout this project. Thank you to Fort Hoosake Building Committee members for helping me connect my work with the college, and to Integrated Eco-Strategy for your invaluable mentorship. Thank you for watching.